This is in Recital with Christmas Favorites, Book 3, and I will be playing O Christmas Tree, also known as O Tannenbaum, which was the original title. Okay, let's look over some things that will be helpful to know and think about as you practice. Of course, you'll want to know the key signature, one flat. Keep all those B's as B flats. Feel free to write those in to the music as needed. So it's never a bad idea to just write those flats in if you're fairly new to key signatures. Obviously, we do want to work on learning to play without those flats written in, but it's okay to do that. Also, make sure you're spending plenty of time doing hands separately. Each line is a nice practice unit, practicing in these phrases, these long slurred groups. When you practice the next line, make sure to include this C because the slur connects that C to this phrase. So that is important that you start here when you practice line 2. Start here on this C when you practice line 3. Make sure you're looking at your finger numbers. And start here when you practice line 4 and so forth. Start here for 5. You're going to be starting at the end of each line when you start to practice the next one. When you get to line 3, just take some time. Make sure that your counting is very secure. Keep that left hand nice and steady. 1, 2, 3. We just want that to be so solid that the right hand doesn't have any trouble doing its own rhythms over that steady rhythm. So lots of hands separately. Also, you'll find out as you play this page that lines 1, 2, and 4 are all the same. So that's helpful. On the next page, the melody just repeats itself, but we've decorated it with a lot more eighth notes. So as you play the right hand, listen for where the melody is. And when you're practicing that, bring out those melody notes. Try to keep the other notes much softer. Starting with that one, of course. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches. So really try to emphasize what is melody and what is not. All those repeated treble C's are not melody, so play them softer. And when you get to measures 25 through 28, spend some good time here with the left hand. The left hand uses an Alberti bass pattern. That's a bottom, top, middle, top broken chord pattern. And you'll notice that we're using the same exact chords we did on measures 9 through 12. The F chord, and then this rearranged C chord, E, G, and C. So same hand positions, you're just changing up how you're playing those chords. Same thing as measure 25. So spend some good time on those left-hand patterns so they just come out very easily, so that when you put hands together, you don't get tripped up. This is going to be one of the harder lines to get hands together, so take lots of time, hands separately. And then measure 29 to 32. Again, just like on the first page, same. So that's really nice. Once we got one line down, then it just helps get everything else into place. And the last line, different. Right here we just have basically a C major scale, just with that B flat because of our key signature. So the fingering is the same. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, right here, emphasize the E, G, F, because that's the melody. Thy branches, and all these repeated C's will be softer. Alright, I hope those tips are useful. Do very careful practice, do repetitions, practice hands separately quite a lot. Learn both hands very well on their own, and then it'll be much easier to get them to work together. Enjoy, O Christmas Tree.